When you're in a position of power and a Christian, you're always under scrutiny, both when things go well and when things go wrong.
Lord John Taylor of Warwick made history in 1996 as the first black Conservative peer in the House of Lords.
The immigration debate is too often, sadly, encouraged by the media.
He made history again in 2011 when he was the first peer to be given a custodial sentence during the expenses scandal.
I want to find out what it's like to be a Christian in the world of politics and what happens when a man who has faith is sent to prison. What happens to faith then? You spent a long time in the spotlight. How did that story evolve?
Well, it was amazing, really, because I was the first black person to achieve many things. I was the first black Conservative peer in the House of Lords. So the media picked up on that, and that fed upon itself. You know, everything I touched turned to gold. You had an amazing time, and I was literally mixing with pop stars, and people were asking for my autograph.
Tell me about that kind of the tension between fame and politics.
It is an issue. I had probably a good 16, 17 years of people telling me that, you know, I'm going to be a cabinet minister, I was going to achieve this, achieve that. And you are put on a pedestal, and your ego is built up. But, you know, we all fall short of the glory of God. And I recognise that now more than ever.
What's it like being a Christian in this world?
Difficult, because we are held to a higher standard. I'm aware of that. The big battle is you try and do the Lord's work for him. And often I've got in the way of the Lord. And I think, in a way, he's telling me, OK, step back. You've tried it your way. Now, let me help you.
Are there any hymns that you listen to that encourage you?
Amazing Grace, I think, is my favourite. Because grace is amazing. It's undeserved. We can't earn it. It's a gift. And that gift was given to us literally 2,000 years ago.
As well as a rising political star, Lord Taylor became a TV presenter and media pundit. Then 2 years ago, he made the headlines again, but for the wrong reasons.
Lord Taylor of Warwick has been found guilty of making false claims for parliamentary expenses.
Any reaction to the guilty verdict, Lord Taylor?
Sentencing him to a year in jail, the judge said Lord Taylor had thrown away a life of public service.
Well, it was shock. I actually wasn't expecting that verdict. And, of course, you feel as if your world has crashed. And I remember saying to God, well, what now? What do you want of me? And I believe he said to me, faith. You know, Hebrews 11, verse 6, it's impossible to please God unless you have faith.
What did you learn about yourself and about God through this experience?
I know he can use me because I've been through a tough time. If you look at the Bible, it's a story of failures. You know, David was a great leader, but he failed in many ways. But God used these men despite their failures. And that has really encouraged me, the fact that God is a God of the second chance.
Lord Taylor spent 3 months inside Wandsworth Prison before returning to his job as a peer in the House of Lords.
I found in prison some amazing kindness, actually. Yes, there was a bit of, you know, mickey taking. You would expect that, you know, does my Lord want claret with your dinner? And, you know, that's fine. And you laugh, you go along with that.
Did you ever feel going in as though you had somehow been a bad rep for God, done bad PR for God?
I think that's my biggest problem, actually. And I'm still wrestling with that because it's easy then for people to say, call himself a Christian, look what happened to him. And I felt I'd let God down. But I believe he's reassured me that I can never let him down because it's not over. He is going to use the experience I've been through for something good.
Has this difficult experience changed your perception of fame and faith?
What it's done, it's reinforced it, that fame is fickle. It really is. I mean, fame is not something to strive for because you can be up one day and down the next. You can use fame, but try and use it for good, not just to massage your ego. In terms of faith, there's no doubt it's emphasised even more to me that faith is vital. And I feel that God is toughening me up in many ways, perhaps through the experiences I've been through.
The relationship between fame and faith isn't always an easy one. Faith can be a rescue, a challenge, or a comfort. And as we live our lives, neither fame nor faith stays the same.